Your phone, your watch, your earbuds. Right now, every one of them is broadcasting quietly, shouting out a signal into the air whether you know it or not. And the police can now listen in. You haven't done anything wrong, you're just driving to work, but you pass one of those license plate readers, cameras, mounted on the pole ahead, and that camera grabs every one of those signals coming off of you, ties them to your exact location and time, and files it all away in a database. No plate needed, no suspicion needed. You didn't get pulled over, you didn't do anything. You just drove past. For years, the one and only thing those cameras logged was your license plate, and a plate is something you can cover, swap, take off. But that's over. The tool police are being sold right now ignores your bumper completely, because it was never really about your car. It's about the devices riding inside of it. And unlike a plate, you can't take those off. The tool is called SignalTrace. Full name, LSAG SignalTrace. Built by Leonardo, a $17 billion defense contractor whose U.S. arm already sells a big chunk of the plate readers deployed across the country. The story broke through 404 Media, pulled straight from Leonardo's own product sheets. So this isn't speculation. And the part that makes it dangerous is how easy it is to roll out. It's not a new camera or a new pole. It's a sensor that clips onto the plate readers departments already own. So every one of those cameras already up on the poles is a candidate for this overnight with no new construction and nobody around you noticing it. So here's the workflow from the law enforcement side. A car rolls past one of these upgraded readers. In the old world, the camera logs the plate and that's it. Now the sensor sweeps up every wireless signal coming off the vehicle and it bundles those devices' IDs together with the plate, the exact time, and the location. And all of it goes into Leonardo's backend database where an investigator can pull it up and query it later. The part that makes it powerful and the part that should bother you is the system watches for devices and consistently move together. Your phone, your watch, and your car are basically always driving together as a group. So SignalTrace ties that whole group to you as a single unit. Leonardo calls it electronic signature, a fingerprint made out of your own gadgets. The reason for the title, Leonardo's own pitch to police, is that this works even when the plate changes. So a suspect steals a plate, swaps it out, rips it off, and drives clean. It doesn't matter. The cluster of devices in that car is the same cluster as yesterday, so the system flags it anyway. And sure, it can be framed like it sounds like it's aimed at criminals, but if you think about it, well, what it takes to make that work, to know your device cluster is the same one from yesterday. The system has to be logging your cluster every single day, yours, mine, every ordinary person who drives past it, none of whom are suspects, all of whom are getting recorded and stored anyway. The plate swapping criminal is a sales pitch, but it's quietly logging every normal driver. So to make that possible is the actual product. So what it exactly is it pulling? Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, RFID, and your car's own components. In plain terms, your phone, your AirPods, your smartwatch, your fitness tracker, the RFID key card in your wallet, the AirTag in your bag, and your car's built-in Wi-Fi spot. One accuracy point, because the components comments will come for you if you skip it. SignalTrace does not read what's on your devices. No text, no calls, no browsing. Leonardo is loud about this. They got a whole marketing section about respecting individual rights, comparing it to how a plate reader grabs your plate number but not who you are. So don't overstate it. What the police get is an identifier, a digital name tag your device broadcasts, not the contents. But don't let that talk you down either. An ID that permanently is tied to you, logged with the time and place every time you move, is more than enough to map where you go, who you travel with, what you do all day. It's not eavesdropping, but it's something closer to a tail you can't lose. Can you dodge it? Dodge this the way people dodge a plate reader? Barely. Modern phones do randomize their Bluetooth ID to fight exactly this kind of tracing. So your phone alone is a partial moving target, but most of your other gear doesn't randomize. Wearables, key cards, those broadcast a fixed ID that never changes. And SignalTrace is built around persistence, so it leans on devices that give you up. The only real off switch is airplane mode or carrying nothing at all. And like the readers themselves, there is no opt out, and nobody asks for your permission. So where this goes, a few things to watch. Leonardo holds federal contracts with the U.S. Special Operations Command and the GSA, which is a fast lane from the federal procurement straight down to your local department. A competitor, Flock, tried a similar plate-to-person system called Nova and backed off after it came out they were leaning on hacked, breached data to do it. And the big unanswered question, does grabbing your Bluetooth ID in public with no warrant hold up in court? Nobody has a clean answer yet. As of right now, there's no named department confirmed running it and no public rollout date, but the product is real and is being marketed to police. So here's a part that's worth sitting with as someone studying in cybersecurity for decades. The thing police tracked was your plate, and a plate is something you can change. That tracking service just moved from a piece of metal you can swap out to the cloud of signals you carry on. Well, that tracking service just moved from a piece of metal you can swap out to the cloud of signals you carry on your body every second of the day. You can take the plate off your car, you can't take the signal off yourself, so that's the shift. It's only moving in one direction. If you like this video, please follow me on YouTube and Instagram. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.